Jesus. I wasn't planning on but coming in here, hopping on and saying a few things, but I got sidetracked with the resources, so let's see. What is this? This is here, hold on before I get yapping. Let me make sure I can hear everything. So we're in the middle of a yeah, I know you got no video there, buddy. Hang tight. So we're in the process of a long overdue studio change. So that plus the current workload have caused me to cut back on my streaming just a bit. So that's going to be a little bit hit and miss. It'll be more hit than miss in the near future. I will admit, be the first one to admit, I have not got in there and got onto my training schedule. I'll do that shortly. So let's go through the general disclaimers here. First is when I am playing the game, I hardly ever check my messages. That's not your fault. That's all my fault. The reason for that is I just don't have these skills down to where they need to be. I'm not going to get in a long drawn out conversation over that. Just not where they need to be. So if I don't see that chat, don't take it personal. The best way to be chatting with me is through our Discord, hooking up with us on Discord, getting to know the team, and you can chat with us with us on Discord. So if you are looking for outstanding gameplay, that is not going to happen here today. This is the continuation of the past series we've been talking about here. As I said, this is video number 94, and actually this is number 5 in the series, which I entitled Back to the First-Person Shooter, or S.O.B.Take 3. If you've been patient enough trying to watch the painful last 2 that we had up, we had some technology issues that were not quite conducive to good times and quality video. So I think we got that rectified today. Having said that, this one is, as the first 2 are supposed to be, more educationally focused in nature, and what I'm doing here is I'm backpedaling a little bit. And the reason is I got sidetracked. I'm not going to lie, I got sidetracked by VR. In particular, Valkyrie, and I think that something that's become my now all-time favorite video game ever is Robo Recall. Boy, if that thing became first-person shooter, boy oh boy, probably most addictive game ever for me anyway. I really like that game in VR. So a lot of things going on here. I not had the opportunity to that's a lie. I have had the opportunity to prioritize it. I have not prioritized my time for the gaming. It's not because I have left the gaming. It's because time is just in short supply as an adult gamer. I think all adult gamers can appreciate that. And as such, I have to remain flexible. My goal here is to be ready for Project Nova when it comes out, with hopefully more than a few teams ready to go. That's kind of the whole purpose of this series. And what I've been doing is really focusing on Valkyrie because that's something really new for me. And I've been giving really the short end of the stick to my first-person shooter. And the whole reason I'm on making the transition from console to PC, as you guys know, is to hey-o. Whole thing I am doing here is trying to make that transition from the console to the keyboard and mouse for my PC for Project Nova. Longtime fan, longtime story. You can watch the other videos to hear how excited I am about that. What I did want to do today is I wanted to go through the assets I have linked here on the Twitch feed as well as into our DAR feed. And I do want to give a shout out to Doctor Who Live. He is my sensei in Valkyrie. So I enjoy flying with him. He occasional times we can get together. He's a good buddy in there. So I do want to give this material out to you guys, and let me say this. We have just made the transition and just renaming this. So what you got in Valkyrie was what you're seeing in Valkyrie is a customized set of these for a new player. This could be a brand new gamer in the Valkyrie scenario. It's a basic training objectives and such. In this series, what I've decided to do is bump this up a level for not a basic new first-person shooter, but a guy more like me, a guy who does understand first-person shooting games, concepts, even if it might be from like a console, who's gotten his feet wet a little bit in the keys and the mechanics of this. They're just not at the unconscious competent level. And what I mean by that is, you know, if it's unconscious competence, you don't got to think about what you're doing. You just do it, and you worry about the tactical problem at hand. I am far from that, and that's one of the reasons I never get over to the chat. Again, it's not you. It really isn't. It's me. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through this, and if you've been watching the previous series, then you've seen this customized for pilots. Again, I ask that you bear with me here in that these are being created in real time. So it's a little bit slow, and as my business life settles however it's settling, I'm kind of working around this, so it's kind of hit and miss. And you know, that's part of the reason I'm doing this series here is hopefully I'll be able to show you in the limited time as an adult gamer you get, if you structure that time correctly, if you structure those goals correctly and go after them correctly, there's nothing you really can't achieve if you don't want to. So while we're looking at the Valkyrie side from a very basic entry level, again on this side now, as we start customizing these, what you're going to start to see is I'll start shaking these out for you as we progress forward. As we get teammates, I'll start shaking these out for you. And the higher we go, the further we go with this, just kind of the further we'll start taking the series. We may not hit the series every time, but we will do probably like a series recap on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis for whatever game. It'll be Nova. I'll be in. And if you're working with me, you'll be doing these bi-weekly kind of things. And so let's just get into this here. I want to kind of show you the resources that I've linked in our Discord and in the Twitch. Let me see here. I'm going to enlarge this, I hope. There we go. Okay, so the first thing we've done, one of the links we've given you is a link to your own training notebook. And so again, remember this is just a draft here for this, and everything that you're seeing here is just basically what we've done is we've taken this template, the template we were using over in Eve Valkyrie, and just brought it over here. So this is basically the same thing you would do. You'd come in here, you'd copy this information, and then you customize it for your thing, right? So this is your training notebook. I'm just going to go over, again, whatever's in here right now, this is going to be changing over the next few weeks as we start going through this together. And you'll see how I make those, these requirements are going to be somewhat the same for this adventure, or this adventure here in Battlefield 3. The training logs. These are self-explanatory. This example that I give you, this again, as I had mentioned, this is set up for the Eve Valkyrie that I'm working on in another area. And as we go through this, you'll be seeing these training log pages becoming customized, starting with tonight's match, which I will AAR later on and look at some other things. So again, you'll see a whole bunch of different things. So if you're going to have, you do have homework if you're watching this and you want to do this kind of thing. My homework for you would be this. Just kind of get to those links in our Discord or in the Twitch. And get in here and just look around a little bit, please. You're free to make comments in there. Copy it all you want and make it your own. Use it for your own stuff. And we'll walk you through all these other steps as we get through here. And if you go back in the previous videos, you'll see a little bit more about those. And again, as we get through these and we start working through these, what we will end up doing is customizing these with you. And again, as we go through this, you'll get little bits of homework, like reviewing all this stuff. As we continue to go through this, I will be sharing my personal training notebook with you guys, so you can see what that's like, and then you can customize yours any way you want. You'll kind of see the way I focus this. Just because it's the way I focus certain training doesn't mean, you know, it's 100% right. You may have your own twists on this, and I can give you the advice I know neuroscience shows us. That path, I can lead you down that, but I can't make you do anything. And you know, the more people we got pushing out in different directions anyway, the better off we all are, because something might work much better for you than it does for me or someone else. But sometimes you might want to stick with the science. So what we do with the training notebook is we integrate that with our individual training objectives and our team training objectives. And we've got training objectives for the same reasons as I mentioned in the previous video, that we have the running of that mental program that we're going to customize over here to the first-person shooter world. And it's mainly to keep you focused on task. So for instance, it's happened in the past. I've been in, usually when we run in DAR, because we are in different time zones and we are looking for a specific player, we're often outnumbered. And because we're often outnumbered, that usually means we've got an uphill climb. And sometimes the climb can be really uphill to such a point for whatever reason in the game that it could be very discouraging. For instance, if you're a Dust 514 veteran or Redline, or you know, being spawn camped back at your base and not being able to get out of that for any reason. So, well, you don't think you can, right? So then what the 10 training objectives allow you to do, if they're your individual training objectives, it helps you focus on the tasks at hand to become a better you, a better player. If it's the 10 team training objectives, then you'll see both of these tie in together. Many of your individual training objectives have a direct corollary over here to the team training objectives and vice versa. And so what this does is it gives you as a teammate and you as a team a specific focus. We've been in some really bad situations in the past, and I just don't remember too many of them that we have not been able to at least get out and affect a change. And part of that ability comes from the ability to focus on things you can do. So I'm not going to beat the dead horse anymore. I have given you those links. Please do go in and look at these. And remember, these aren't static documents. What we do in here at this level changes as we get up to the higher levels of platoon, company work, etc. And your individual and your team training objectives will also change as your individual training goals and your individual training objectives, coming from that goal setting system that we talked about in your individual training notebook, are shaped by the things that you're learning, the way you're learning, and the goals you are achieving. So these things are very fluid, and they are meant to serve you. So you'll see as you progress through this, and if you stick around for any period of time, you'll see some pretty interesting changes to these documents. And between teams, etc., who are at different levels on that training ladder, if you will. Okay, so that's going to take care of the resources that we're linking in here. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and hop into a match. And so before I hop in that match, what I am going to do is I just want to refresh in my mind my 10 individual training objectives in Battlefield 3. I'm just going to review this quietly here. I'm not going to read it out loud to you. I'm failing on 1. I'm pretty good about 2. And when I got teammates, I like to think I'm good at 3, but they may argue with you. Working on 4. Definitely need to work on that. I get a little too excited and don't see the whole picture. I can usually do 6. 7's good. Usually I can do that appropriate at least to the level of work going on. I always need work on 9. And 10, still need to develop enough situational awareness of the game and depth and mechanics of it to be able to make sure I can do anything other than the basics of realizing there's a tank in there, bringing in an RPG. Sometimes that's just good enough. Okay, let's see. 10 training objectives. I'm not going to need that today for any real team objectives, but what I might be able to do in here is support Blueberry Team. And so if you can't get a battle buddy, and I'm not joking, if you want to get in here, play this game with us, I invite you to come in, hop in here into our DAR Discord. We'll see if there's a match. So, even as an individual, I can do something like this. If I see a couple or 3 enemies trying to attack another group, I can help out in there. If I can stay alive and kill a couple of those guys and give them the Blueberry Team the heads up that something's going down and save a few lives, that's a good thing. So that kind of does work in these circumstances. So the idea here then is, again, when you're facing something a little nasty, try to focus on the tactical problem at hand. These 10 training objectives give you 10 common problems you'll run into or that can greatly help here at this stage of the game. I need help with 2. Again, I'm a noob player here, so realistically speaking, I'm needing some help here. Okay, so you're kind of seeing these here. Perform short range. These are usually exceedingly effective, especially in the beginning stages of any red line or any spawn camping. But you got it. The key there is pushing really, really deep. and putting uplinks or spawn points or whatever behind you. But you got to go deep. This can be done with just a little bit of teamwork. And that can definitely be done with just a little bit of teamwork, even at the squad level. Okay, that's going to be important. That's always fun. That's super fun. Okay, so it's kind of higher level objectives there, but it can definitely be done. You've watched your favorite streamers do stuff like that all the time. So let's get this bad boy on the road. And what do we got here? Anything. We got American. Okay, rush. Noobs only. Okay, that's the way I like it. Fishing for noobs. Fishing for noobs. All right. So the question is, do I... sure I do. Find out here in a second. Man, I have not played this in so long. I feel pretty bad about it. I tell you, it just absolutely sucks having no game you're really passionate about. Like, I'm kind of like passionate about Robo Recall right now. And it's not just because it's something new. That is, boy, I mean, it is something new. Don't get me wrong. But it's not just because it's a new video game. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I really like that game. Woof. And I could get into the technicality or technical reasons why, but that's another story. I would love to see that thing PvP. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would definitely keep me interested. I would not be playing anything else. I wouldn't. I'd drop everything else just to go do that. Like I'm going to do with Nova. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Give me a second here. I got to... Uh-oh. There we go. All right, perfect. All right. How we doing here? That was almost perfect. I'll be darned. All right. I know there's a way to lock that up. I don't got the technical skills to lock that up and keep that overlay where I want it. All right, so if you're watching the gameplay, feel free to comment. I don't need so much should have zigged when I should have zagged. Maybe I do. Who knows? Feel free to comment in the chat there with a time hack, and you should do that all on its own. Let's see who we got here. Level. What's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? What are my guys doing? What are my guys doing here? Alright. I'll get in on that guy. Okay. Jeep rolling through is always nice. Okay, those boys moved to objective quick. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Okay. Oh, man, I can't believe I jumped out. I didn't mean to jump out. Oh, man. Okay, what am I coming in here as? Medic, deploy on this guy. Probably might want to think about coming in AV here. Not bad, not bad. That was a good flank. Got outplayed there. What do we got here? B, it looks good. A is not going to happen. I will deploy on this guy. I should have came in engineer. Don't know what I was thinking. All right. Ooh, did not see that coming. That was C4 explosive. Should have saw that coming.
We have lost the objective. I repeat, we have lost the objective.
I'm just trying to watch this battle unfold. I think we'll go. I want to stick with my teammates. Where's this guy at? He's on hilltop. All right. Oh. Got flanked. Up on the hills. I knew that's where that was at. If that guy's alive, I'll go right back to him. Nope. Where's this guy? What's he doing? He's pushing to B. Okay, I'll come in and help him. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is like almost a red line. If this becomes a red line, I will. Okay, somebody got him. Oh shit. What am I even carrying? $16A3. Okay. Customize that bad boy. What do we got here? Load out. Oh, I do got a suppressor on that. Guess I got everything I need on that. Alright. Okay, so if I was gonna come in on this guy, I'd come in as a engineer. Yeah, I'll stay on this and die for this. Yeah, it's all about the teamwork, baby. All about the teamwork. Teamwork makes that dream work. Yeah, I think in this case we're trying to. Damn it.
Okay, I need an extraction. Hey, vehicle extraction. Over here.
Okay, so it's not a red line. They're doing a pretty good job trying to take Bravo. Usually if it comes down to redlining, I'll flip enemy team. He's already got a passenger. Nothing there to repair, okay. Alright. What do you got? No blueberries. They've all pulled back from here. I assume they're letting these guys take it, or they're running back to Echo. Oh shit. No, 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 no. Yeah, so, you know, I'm not really being super helpful anywhere right now.
We have neutralized the objective.
Just kind of trying to keep contact with the enemy. You know, I can't remember the way this is scored.
Taking the objective.
One of the things I really liked about Dust was it paid out well to prolong that game, because every second you were in that match,
Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier. Over.
boy, I could not get that aim down. It was like, I felt really confident I could get him too. I was just like bumping in the back of my hand with the. That's weird. Getting hung up on the controller. Let's see. That's good. That's a good. Enemy did really good by coming in at Echo there. Might go into checkpoint though, just get some contact.
We have lost the objective. Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier. Over. The objective has been secured.
Okay, so then this just simply becomes, hey, can I... What does it become? It becomes a, hey, can I,
Hostile tank spotted. Over.
son of a bitch. Can I work as an effective Op 4 here? Can I outflank these guys? They were doing a really good job. I mean, you know, they had two guys working, so two guys are usually gonna beat one if they're working together at all nicely. Think, how's this looking here? Oh yeah, looking pretty promising for the Russians if they can keep that lead. Looks like the Americans are making a potential comeback here. Where are these guys at? Excuse me.
Come and get your med kit. Open your fire. Get up.
Okay, so all this becomes is just a game. You know, you're watching this here, just letting this go back and forth. You can't be strong everywhere all the time, so you kind of got to make decisions in the game.
Enemy tank spotted. Over.
Oh. Oh, Viper got me. Awesome. Yeah, that'll happen.
Objective has been neutralized.
So just trying to assist where I can. So switch out of the medic role there and come over here, help this guy out. Do some armor repair. Just help squad wherever you can when you're working as a...
Hostile tank spotted. Over. Hostile tank spotted. Over. Enemy tank spotted. Over.
Can I save it? Can it be saved? Oh shit, Cracker, I think I can. Trying just not to get shot by other shit.
We have lost the objective. We have lost the objective. I repeat, we have lost the objective.
Woo! That worked out alright. Oh shit. Oh shit, I knew that was coming. I felt that from that side. Yeah, they're gonna get cagey sooner or later. It's gonna happen. They're not getting cagey, they're just adapting. Die once in that area, you'd be a fool to die to that guy friggin' repairing the tank a second time. It's a nice little turnaround. So I think it's a little bit too late. That's okay though. Don't know where that's at. Where's this at? It's back at base. So the question, yeah, I don't think there's going to be a... All right. Okay, so, you know, right off the top of the bat, I know that I've got a lot of those training objectives I need to work on. So, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through those individual training objectives, the team training objectives. I'm going to look at the ones that were applicable, the ones I could have done better at, and then that's going to go into that training notebook, into the training log area. That's where this would go. Would that have to be every match? No, not necessarily. It wouldn't have to be every match. It would have to be the ones that were challenging, where something was potentially learned or something new was going on that you maybe weren't catching on to, especially any matches where you come out of that frustrated and not knowing what was going on. It's definitely that kind of stuff you want to start taking a look at. And that's one of the reasons we recommend you stream, so you can AAR those, take a look at it, have your buddies take a look at it, and make sure that you've got objective eyes looking at your work, and have the internal fortitude to take the criticism. So I'm going to call it a night. The purpose of this evening was to introduce you to those resources. Give you kind of an overview of what they were, how they all kind of start to fit in. I think between the last 4 videos and this one, you should have a really good idea of how that's working. So if this more mature approach, structured approach, something that definitely works in helping you achieve your goals, helps those who use it 100% of the time. If you like being a team player, if you like teaching other people how to achieve their goals, if you like the team win, then we've got a place for you over here. I encourage you to go to my Twitch stream. I think I have it everywhere. I think we have the Twitch links and the links into our DAR pretty much everywhere. It's on my Twitch feed. I'm pretty sure it's in everything we do. I will be updating the schedule. That's part of the goal setting system, so I do need to do that. I will, again, put a focus here on BF3 as well as Valkyrie. Those are going to be my 2 main games that I am focusing this training on. I would love to do this. I would love to do this in Robo Recall. But I've kind of committed to these, so I'm at least going to see the short-term these short-term ones done, and then maybe I'll just hop onto Robo Recall and take a look at that. And once these projects are done, while I'm waiting on Nova, going to Robo Recall, because I got to tell you, best game in the world if you've been sitting on the fence thinking about getting VR and you're just not sure if it's worth the investment. For Robo Recall, it's worth the investment alone. Again, if it were PvP, I'd drop everything else, period. I'd be going to that right now, waiting for Nova. And then I would go over Nova, sticking with that without the VR, just simply because I believe in a persistent universe. That's what I crave for persistent universe, first-person shooter, being able to come back, get all my shit. Okay, so if you're a Dust 514 refugee, you're looking forward to Project Nova, you really need to get over to biomast.net. Our teammates over there, our friends over there, they just put up a real nice video on the 514, doing some speculation on Project Nova, Dust 514's successor, what that might be looking like in light of the information that was trickled out at FanFest. And it's a pretty knowledgeable group of guys got together on that. You definitely want to hear it if you're interested in Project Nova. You definitely want to see that one. It's a really good one. Boy, I'll tell you what, the lore that they start dabbling in and what could be coming is really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm in this thing for the long haul. Like I said, I want that persistent universe. And what I am doing here, this whole purpose of this project is to help the teammates get an early start on their goal setting systems, their mental management for individual and team and unit play in Project Nova. So if you like this approach, I definitely invite you to come and join us, take a look at us, go visit our friends, biomast.net, and check them out. And again, I'd love just to thank the Valkyrie Discord group. Just a wonderful, helpful group of guys in there. And all kudos to them for making me feel right at home. And also in the near future, we will be looking at that E-Athlete Labs video series, because it all ties into what we're doing here. And so what I'll do, one of these is bring that in and kind of show you the tie-in points, probably after we get through this first iteration, all the way through down into the directive affirmation for the first-person shooter. And when we get down that far, and then you've looked at the goal setting and you've seen the way this progresses, and then you go to those videos and we'll walk you through that. It's really neat because where those videos again give you the strategic and operational level overview and knowledge, and they are some of the best high quality, high production videos that are talking some sense out there that I've seen on gaming. I'm a big fan of those. E-Athlete Labs. I do know they sell some kind of they're getting ready to sell some kind of game enhancement. I'm not sending you mind memory enhancement. I can't remember what you guys call that with probably need it, right? Because I can't remember. Anyway, not turning over there to just sell you a product. I just think they make some really good videos that explain what's going on pretty doggone well. And I want to take what we're doing here and just tie that all in at the ground level, how that works for you as an individual, so you can take that all that information that's being presented and achieve your goals in gaming, in life. This comes from the sports arena. I use it in the military arena. It works in everything. I've got friends that use it in both public and private sector. It works wonderfully This is the quantum leap. This is the quantum jump in changing the outcome of the things you want to achieve in your life just by simply goal setting and making it happen. So there's no secret to it. This is public knowledge. As a matter of fact, it's very much public knowledge. That's why I want to get it out there. The more people that have their hands on it, the more good that can be done with it. So if you do like this, I enjoy the heck out of it. If you like this kind of thing, then I invite you to come and join us. Again, just check our link down there, DAR, and again, I'll get that time and date stuff updated with games, primary games, and that's pretty much it. I should be streaming tomorrow. I had to make this up. I should be streaming tomorrow from 3 to 4. So if you can make 3 to 4, I will figure out this week. I will figure out a schedule, and I'll get that up on the Discord or Twitch. All right. Thanks much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please share it, like it with your other mature gamers. Pass that around. Get in here, have some conversations with us. That's what this is all about. Kind of learning, teaching. We call it where I work. Just one monkey teaching another monkey how to crack that nut. That's been cracked. It works really, really well, and it's gonna do you and your friends a lot of good. So I encourage you to pass it around. Please share it far and wide, and start using it for yourself. All right, enough chatter. Got to get to bed. Take care, folks. Bye bye.